Hi guys, Rums 101 here with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 and the Z Flip 4. So I have been using this for a while. We went away to Cornwall. I did all my videoing on this. I was really impressed what this camera can do compared to the previous one. Yeah, I mean, I'll show you that in a minute. But moving on to the Flip 5, just look at this thing. It looks like a beauty. I mean, the amount of work they put into this, it just it's a piece of art. It's really, really beautiful. The front screen, absolutely amazing. I think utilizing the full front of this rather than the previous kind of cutout notch they've had on it, it just sets it totally apart. There is no comparison here. Usually with the folds, I've been quite critical of them and how they've slowly upgraded things. And then you kind of come to a point where they do something which just renders all of the previous ones obsolete, and that's this. What they've done with the Flip, I would never look at any other Flip in the same way. They fall out of the kind of category. It just does not work. The folds, the slight upgrades, I think this year they've totally kind of focused on the Flip itself, and that's been their whole drive from their Unpacked. And you can see what they've been doing. I mean, that's the front screen itself. Yeah, and as I said, it would be this all day long. The hinge itself, it's nowhere near as big. If you look at it side by side from here, it's slimmer, it's more compact, it's not as protruding as the previous one, and the phone sits together quite nicely. And I can't even explain that to you, because if you've been using these phones for a long time, and I have been using the Flips and I have been using the Folds, this thing about it just not being, I mean, this is more slimmer to that because of the hinge. So it doesn't always feel level in your hand. This, however, equal sides, equal weight distribution, it just really hits the marker for me. And I can't even explain that to you. The only way you would know is if you had the two of them in your hand, and you're carrying them around, and over time you'd understand what I'm talking about. But this just sets another level. I mean, the back, they're pretty much the same. From underneath, it's all the same. Sides, nothing's really changed. But I mean, it all kind of comes back to what this thing is capable of. And even on the inside, when you're looking at the two of them, you'll be very pressed to see a difference. You wouldn't really be able to tell. And okay, we're gonna skip that. But as I was saying, I mean, the camera, I'm not bringing this a bit closer. They both got the same kind of cutout on the screen protector, but this is more visible, this not so much so. The back cameras, the two of them are at the top here rather than on the side, which for me gives a better camera angle compared to this one. And I mean, with this, you're always going to be using the front facing cameras. We'll just push the power button on both of them, which should open up the camera. Yes, that has. And I'll do the same here. I mean, you can see that it's the full screen. And then you're just going to push the power button up on both of them. I think that's worked. Let's have a look. And I mean, this would be the way you kind of take pictures if you don't want to open the phone up to its fullest. I haven't set this camera up just yet, so we'll fine tune that. But this is shooting in 4K, and you can see what the pictures can do. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to getting into using this properly and getting into a lot more depth with it. But we'll just take another picture there. I just want to show you on the actual front screen itself. We'll do the same with the both of them. Right, so we've got that. And I mean, that's how it kind of shows up. but unable to preview this. It's got to be away anyways. But I mean, have a look at that. Who would complain at a picture like that? So I think for me, this thing is just a beauty. We've gone ahead and got ourselves a cover. Gonna need one of them. And if you've got yourself this phone, I would suggest to you pick up yourself a front protection film. This will just help. This thing is going to be vulnerable to drops, like things in your bag, possibly in your pocket, scratches. So definitely pick up one of these if you haven't done so already. The covers, I just want to have a little look at this. I mean, main problem with these phones are that they go straight into a case, and I've said the same with the Fold. You can't really appreciate the beauty of it because it's always going to be hidden behind something. You are going to want to protect your phone, and you can kind of get pretty covers. Samsung's range last year was quite good, I think. Yeah, what they've done with the S23 Ultra, their range there is so much better. Yeah, and as I thought. So it's the same with the Fold. Not a big fan of this. This actually feels better compared to the Fold cover. That's just like a very annoying plastic, which surprises me considering it's their flagship phone and all of the rest of that. Let's open this up. So this would just slip into there and it clips in place here. It should just click straight in if I've done it right. There we are. And that would be the cover. So we're just going to pop that on. It's got a little kind of rubber bit there. It just helps it stick. Put that down. Take the seals off the front here. And, oh, missed two there. And that would be the completed look. I'll give it a little wipe. I think having a cover like that on it, I mean, it doesn't look as nice, but it's protected, which makes all the difference. Pop that open. And just having that to kind of hold on to gives you that sturdiness that you'd require when you're walking around with it. Kind of like that idea. So that would be that. We'll just pop that there. It's not going to sit properly now, is it? Just put it up like that. The previous one, I like this cover a lot better. It just feels so much better than the previous. I don't know what they've done or why they've changed it, but I can't say I like it as much as I do this. It's just nice. So let's have a little look at the protection film, how we applied that, because that is definitely going on. Right, so I mean, you've got a quick start guide there. You can scan that and I'll take you straight to the video. So that's the protection film in there. It also gives you a quick start guide. And I think in terms of Samsung and their own kind of devices, comes with its own little, whatever you call that, and stickers. And we've got ourselves a nice little cloth here. Just going to put over there. And we have the tool itself. Come to think of it, I need to get one for my Fold as well. And we have that. I'll preempted. Take this cover off. Right, so here we go. We've got two films in here. What we're gonna do is just put all of this to the side and do it in a place where you guys can see. We're just gonna open this up, put it flat like so. It's kind of quick to get fingerprints on there, unfortunately. Well, I've already taken that tag off. We're just gonna pull this tag off. So there's two of these little tags, one here and one here. Just gonna remove that, and it needs to stick right there, but there shouldn't be any gaps. Like so. And from there we just want the film. The good thing about this is it always comes with two. A little bit more on the expensive side, but for me I think it's probably money well spent considering it's coming directly from them. Just want to pull that tag off and we're going to align it onto that part, but you want this part to be sitting right there. Just keep it away from the device. Let's get it sitting in there. Just gonna let that sit down like so. You just want to press on the part where we remove the tag, and that would be the first couple of steps. Right guys, we totally messed that one up. Got to wipe everything down. Silly. They always say to read the instructions. Just going to use that to remove any dirt. I think we're good with that. And now, being silly, I'm going to put this back on. Suppose it was a good thing we had two of these. So we're just going to remove that again and place that like so. So once that's sitting, we're just going to press on that part there. And I think we're ready to move on. It's time for the squeegee. I'm just going to lift that up from there. We're going to press here and allow that to just sit down nice and easy. Like so. I'm just going to remove this part itself. Just going to pull that back to a point where we've got no bubbles. And we're just going to come along nice and easy, ensuring that it's sitting down properly. looks well positioned. Alright, so let's pick that up. So far so good. And I'm just gonna give a little rub over the sides again, just to ensure we've done everything correctly. And then we're just gonna remove that. So from there, just want to give it a little rub with our microfiber cloth and get that off, like so. And we've got a nice little line in the middle. Yeah. So there you have it. Wasn't some of my best work, but nonetheless, I would definitely advise you guys to pick up the protection film. And when looking at the both of these devices, so we've got the fold here. I mean, you can clearly tell which one looks better. I'm just going to put that cover back on as well. There we go. Nice and simple. So guys, let me know what you think initially of the Flip 5, and we will be kind of doing more videos on this. I can't wait to get out and test it properly. Let me know what your thoughts are. All the best. Rams 101 out.